So, in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about Snake Eyes Yummy. And I guess I'm going to start by explaining a little bit on the idea of why you're even playing Yummy in Snake Eyes. So, Snake Eyes has been kind of in a limbo ever since you lost OSS. You've still been playing it more or less with the same engines, because you needed Fiendsmith to make a negate for Nibiru more or less. As Amina was still helpful in making a lot of two-card combos because you were suddenly missing a lot of starters. But now you can just replace all of that with the Yummy engine, which is pretty small in the main deck, although admittedly not that small in the extra deck. Uh, but Yummy synergizes perfectly with Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes wants a few things. Snake Eyes wants extenders to help it play through hand traps. Snake Eyes wants a way to play around like Nibiru, which Yami provides through Herald. Snake Eyes doesn't mind extra like interaction on the end board, of course, which Yami provides a pretty good amount of, especially since you lost all the generic stuff last year with like the Savage Dragons and the Appaloosas and whatever. Oh, and Snake Eyes also wants consistency pretty desperately. Now, Yummy, first in the obvious way by allowing you to play where Arth does and just going into Snake Eyes by having a lot of level 1 extenders or starters or whatever can bridge into Snake Eyes, making it much more consistent to go into Snake Eye combo. But also, even if you just don't draw away into Snake Eye, Yummy has a pretty respectable combo in like pure Yummy stuff, which should be backed up by, a fair amount of hand traps. All right, so let me start actually going through the deck and explaining how it works a little bit. You max out on Snake Eye Ash. This is your best starter. As always, this does the full combo, both Yummy and Snake Eye stuff. It's completely safe through Nibiru. Uh, it even has a cool couple of tricks that you'll see in the replay. This is your best starter by far. Then you play Poplar. Now, it's important to play 2 Poplar, not just in case you draw it, but Poplar is actually a good starter with any extender. And in fact, Poplar even allows you to turn like just a random hand trap with Where Art Thou into full combo. Poplar's combos are also safe through Nib, and they end on the full end board. Now Oak is a little more awkward. He can still like do a lot of 2-card combos, whether it be with an extender or whether it just be with a fodder card like a random like field spell to send or like a dramatic chaser or whatever. But because you have to start with like Oak send something summon Ash, the sequencing is a little weird, so it ends up being a little more awkward into Nibiru, and just the end board can be a little more awkward. Oak is fine though, like you could even consider playing 2 of him, honestly. Then we have the 2 bricks, Diabell Star and Flamberge. You just gotta play them. A field spell. And the weird thing I know is I play a Dramatic Chase. Now in this deck specifically, I actually think it is pretty good to play 2 field spell, or 1 field spell and 1 Dramatic Chase. And you're gonna see kind of why in the combos later in the replays. Like you can just cut this completely, but there's some cool combos like you can do with this. It also acts as an extender a lot of the time because you can go into Mirage pretty easily by just normal summoning anything, going into Mirage, and then you have a fire, so this is an extender. But yeah, you can cut this or you can play 2 field spell or just play 1 and 1. Then rounding off the Snake Eyes, we have a bonfire. And then the Yummy engine consists of 3 cupsy and 1 cookie and a lollipop for the monsters. The reason we play 3 cupsy is because it's the best one. It searches another Yummy on summon, which is almost always surprise, which can help extend your plays. Yeah, so it doesn't die to 1 card as well in the 1 card combo. But you can play more if you want. Like if you decide to cut the Souls engine or cut this or whatever, you can play more Yummies. You can even play less if you really want to. You can just play 1 1 1. But you have to play 1 surprise and 1 field spell. The second field spell I wouldn't play in this because you already have a much higher ceiling than the typical Yummy deck, so you don't really need it, but you can play it if you want. You could side it as well, I suppose. Then we have the glue of the deck. Where art thou? This greatly increases your consistency with getting into Snake Eye stuff. And then I play a really small Magician's Souls engine. 1 Illusion of Chaos, 1 Magician's Souls. I like this because not only is it a level 1 extender, which as I've just been discussing, like is really good in this deck, but you can also add it off Herald when he goes to grave. So it's kind of nice extra follow-up. And it also comes up in a few cases where like you might have access to the field spell or something. He can send the Abel Star so the field spell can play something else and you can get access to more names. Anyways, so that's the engine, 22 cards, and then I place 17 hand traps and 3 defensive cards. You can customize this as you like, but I will just say that Ash is good because it's a fire. I mean, apart from all the other reasons it's good, but it's good because it's a fire, and there's some lines where that comes up. And you're also heavily incentivized to play level 1 hand traps, like I said before, because although it's not intuitive, like one level 1 hand trap plus Where Art Thou is full combo. Like completely safe full combo. So anyways, that's the main deck. I haven't made a side deck yet, but for the extra deck, we start with Relinquished Anima. This helps turn any level 1 into a Link 1, which makes your Yummies live, and because the Yummies can synchro with Link 1s, that's the thing that makes them broken. So they're not even generic. So like for example, a Snake Eye going like plus Relinquished Anima can just go into the synchro to Yummies, which is what's broken about this deck. That's why you play Anima. Then IP, SP, Promethean Princess, Hambla Whale, and Snake Eyes Doom Dragon. This card is quite good in this deck. It helps you play around Nibiru very safely by putting 2 cards in the back row. You'll see how it works in the combos, but yeah. And that's pretty much all that remains from the original Snake Eye extra deck. The rest is all kinda related to Yummy in some way or another, which is a lot of cards admittedly, but trust me, it's worth it. So anyways, you play an Almirage, Link Spider. This turns the Nibiru into a Link 1, which makes the Yummies live. Yummy, Snatchy, 2 of them. And this would look weird to pure Yummy players because normally the 1 card combo goes through all 3. But in fact, you can do the same 1 card combo with just 2. You just have to make a compromise on whether you're doing it safely through Nib or choosing to make a slightly awkward end board, but continue to be safe through Nib. Actually, I don't know what I just said. So let me recap. If your combo is safe through Nib, the end board will be a little awkward, but if it's unsafe, it will be the exact same. However, as I'll show later, if you're just willing to normal summon a hand trap, you can just do a better combo than that, and 2 Snatchy is fine. Anyways, then we play one of each of the synchros, Cupsy, Lollipop, and Cookie. If you don't know what these do, this searches 2 yummies from deck and discards a card. This special summons 2 yummies from grave, and this Book of Moons 2 face-up monsters on the field. And we have a Metal Marcher and a Herald. So that's the deck. Now I'm going to show you how to actually play it by going into a bunch of combos and replays. Alright, so the first combo I'm going to show you is what to do when you just have 1 yummy and nothing else, pretty much. This is pretty much the same as like the standard 1 card yummy combo, but since you're playing this in the deck, for completeness sake, I'm gonna start with this. Alright, so you have a yummy. This can be any yummy. Normal summon it. Link it off for the yummy link 1. Activate it, search the field spell, or place the field spell rather. Then use the field spell to revive this one. Now synchro with these 2 into Cup C. Use the effect to search the other 2 names that you didn't start with. In this case, Cup C and Lollipop. Discard 1. And then summon one of the yummies. By the way, in this combo, Cup C, whichever like part of the sequence it's in, always wants to search surprise. Anyways, by the way, this is the unsafe variation of the combo. This is not safe through Nib, but it has the exact same end board as the standard 1 card yummy combo. Okay, so because it's unsafe, you have to instantly use the second yummy. You're not gonna link this off first. Yeah. Then link 1 off for Anima. Synchro into the Synchro Lollipop. Use the effect, bring back the 2 level 1s. Go into Metal Marcher. Metal Marcher, bring something back. And then this is the best spot to get Nibiru'd. This is the last point they can Nibiru you, because you're going to go into Herald next. Alright, and then this one was brought back by the effect of Marcher, so it's negated. So we link it off for the second Snatchy. And then we set Surprise. This one is still live. Yeah. So this is the end board. Might not look like too much, but it's a fair amount. You have a Herald to protect against any board wipes, perhaps. Cups the Yummy Way on any effect activation can tag out to bring back 2 of your yummies from grave, whether that be the synchro or the level 1s. Cookie, when it's summoned from grave by a synchro, the synchro's effect, will pop a monster. Will target and pop. Cupsy will get you a draw, and Lollipop can banish a card in the opponent's graveyard. Now Snatchy can quick effect once per chain, synchro summon with itself and or actually it doesn't have to be itself, does it? Yeah, just monsters you control, including a yummy. So it doesn't have to use itself. Anyway, so the idea here is your opponent starts playing, you tag out, you can get the pop, you get more yummy monsters on, you can get the draw, you get more yeah, you get more yummy monsters on the field. I'm sorry. You use the Snatchy's effect to synchro into the other synchro yummy, which books 2. And yeah, you should get like book 2 plus a pop, plus a draw, plus a herald, plus this can also act as a disruption. Uh, when you have yummies on board, plus a Snatchy, you can uh, activate this with the first effect. Target 2 light beasts you control and 2 cards your opponent controls return to hand. And then chain Snatchy to the surprise to synchro summon with the 2 cards you targeted. So Snatchy activates first, you synchro into the synchro 2, and then this still goes off, so you don't actually lose anything, but your opponent's you still get to bounce 2 from your opponent's field. So it's a fair amount of layered interaction. Plus, you should have like 3 cards in hand still. Now, for the next combo, actually, I'm going to show the same exact combo again. What happens if you get nibbed? So this was, as I said, the last point you can get nibbed. So they Nibiru, and then you get kind of cooked. You just have the token. You can link it off for Link Spider because we can synchro with Link once, so it's good to have one on board. And then you have to activate the surprise and get Cookie Yummy Way. You prefer Cookie Yummy Way because it has 2200 defense, so it should at least be a little harder for the opponent to just run it over without using any effects. But yeah, this is not a very good board. You have one way into your yummy disruptions, and if it gets run over, you're done. Yeah, if it gets run over, you're done. So what about the safe variant of the combo? I'll show how to do it safely through Nib, but like I said earlier, the end board is going to be a little awkward. Okay, so you normal summon. I forgot to use the effect. I think I'm going to do that right now. Yep. Okay, search. Then link it off for the link 1. Same thing. Get the field spell, bring it back, synchro, Cupsy search, discard. Alright, so here is where the first point of difference appears. You link this guy off for the second Snatchy right away. That was a mistake, I don't know why I did that. Yep. And then you summon one of your yummies. You can keep the other one in hand as an extender. You synchro again into Lollipop. Use its effect. Bring back 2 level 1s. And then go into Marcher and Herald. Now if you get Nibiru here, you have the Nibiru token go into Link Spider. You can summon the second yummy because you have a Link 1. And you can either go into the Synchro 2 and set surprise, or just leave it on the field and use surprise to bring back the Snatchy. Yeah. Alright, but if you don't get nibbed, you make Herald, summon the Lollipop or whatever yum you have. This is negated. Pretty sure, yeah, because it was brought back by Marcher's effect. So we have to link it off. Okay, my bad. You actually link both off for SP Little Knight, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then you use Yummy Surprise to bring back the Cupsy. I mean, you could, in theory, just link this off. Actually, sorry, what am I talking about? In the normal Yummy combo, you do it this way, and then whatever is negated, you link it off with the third Snatchy to make a end board like the first one I showed. But here, because you don't have a third Snatchy, you gotta go into something else, like a Little Knight. And yeah, that's why it's a little awkward. It's still a fine end board, and you still have 3 cards in hand, but yeah, it's a little more awkward because if your opponent doesn't use any effect, like you can't activate Little Knight, you can't activate this. They can just go battle phase and try to run something over for free. Anyways, that being said, there is, in my opinion, a better way to do the Yummy combo when you have to just go into the pure Yummy combo. And that is just normal summon a hand trap first. If you normal summon a hand trap, you can get the combo to be safe through Nib, and the end board is even a little bit better. In my opinion, it's worth having one less hand trap in hand to make the combo much smoother and more resilient. So I'm going to show this here, and I think you should prefer this combo whenever possible. So anyway, normal summon whatever. Fuwa in this case is perfect because he's useless on our second turn, or on opponent's first turn. Link him off for Almirage. Then summon the Yummy through its effect. In this case, we also search because it's Cubsy. Anyway, then you synchro again into Cubsy. Search the other 2. Discard a card. Link it off. Now we use the link 1 effect, get the field spell. Summon 1 from hand. And then it's just a safe combo again, pretty much. Yeah, go into Lollipop, summon back 2. Marcher, bring something back, go into Herald. Again, if you get nibbed at that point, you got the Nibiru token into Link Spider, you got 1 Yummy in hand. The field spell can still res 1, and you have surprise, so you're totally safe. Assuming you don't get nibbed, this is negated again, don't forget. Summon 1, use the surprise to get your Cubsy out. And then link 1 off. It probably should be this one, honestly, but anyways, into Snatchy. Bring 1 back, and then go into IP Masquerade. This way, looks a lot like the first board, but you have an IP. So what this allows you to do is, even if your opponent tries to run something over, you can just IP link it off with the Snatchy and go into SP banish whatever they were trying to attack with. And then they can't just go battle phase without activating any effects, pretty much. Plus you have 2 cards in hand. So yeah, again, in my opinion, this combo is superior to the pure 1 card combo. But you can play whatever you want. If you're sure your opponent doesn't have Nib, you just do the 1 card combo unsafely. Alright. So now getting into the actual fun stuff with Snake Eyes. Always gotta show what you can do with 1 Snake Eye Ash, right? So now this combo, I just wanna preface by saying, like, I've fiddled with this combo for a long time to get this this version, and I'm pretty sure it's the best version through Nib and through most hand traps that you can get. So you normal summon Ash effect. I kind of skipped a couple steps. Effect to add Poplar, then Poplar effect special itself, and Poplar effect to get Temple. Now, don't activate Temple and don't use Ash's effect. You immediately link the Ash off for an Almirage. if you activate the temple first, it's gonna boost it by 1100 attack, and then you can't summon Almirage, so be careful. Then we activate the temple, place the Abel Star, and then we synchro with these two into Cupsy Yummy Way. But in fact, because we synchroed using the Poplar, we can activate the effect and chain block it. So chain link 1 Cupsy, chain link 2 Poplar. So Poplar resolves, places itself, then Cupsy, search. If you haven't started with a Yummy, by the way, I want to say, and then, okay, discard, Veiler, if we can stop shuffling. I would say the priority for Yummy names is always Cupsy first, because it searches the surprise, which you need for comboing, and Cookie second, because it's your interruption engrave when you summon it from the synchro. Anyway, search these two, summon the Cupsy, add surprise, and now link this off for Snatchy. Absolutely do not use the effect to search the field spell. First of all, Temple is what's insulating you from Nibiru right now, because if they summon Nibiru, you can summon one from backline. And secondly, searching the field spell from the link 1 locks you out of link 3 or higher links for the whole, for the whole turn. Well, the rest of the turn, not the whole turn. I promise you we can use this guy again later if we want to, but just don't activate him for now. Anyway, synchro into Lollipop. So here's a slightly awkward thing. You don't have two Yummy level 1s in Grace, so you gotta bring back a synchro and a level 1. But it's okay. You can use these going to Marcher, bring back another thing. Now if your opponent's playing perfectly, they'll hold it because you don't have a level 1 yet. Then you gotta summon the other Yummy from hand. And this is the last point you can get nipped. Even if you do, you lose literally nothing, you just lose access to Herald. But honestly, even if you don't go into Herald, you can then like synchro into Herald on your opponent's turn with your Yummy interruptions, so it's fine. Anyways, so then you go into Herald, obviously. Now you're safe. Activate the Abel Star effect, place the Almirage, summon itself, and then go into IP Masquerena with any two. Now go into Promethean Princess. Use its effect, bring back the Ash, and then now you use Ash effects and Poplar or Almirage. Get Oak, revive, whatever. Then Oak effects and the other one. Get Flamberge. Flamberge effect, place the IP in the back row. And then link the Promethean and the last Snake Eye into Amberwhale. Finally, you can set the surprise. If you really want to, you can also just activate it and bring back one of the link 2s like Cupsy. But you don't have to. You honestly have like, you have Herald, you have Flamberge bring out IP, go into SP. You should be able to like hold it for a while until your opponent either plays through a couple of your disruptions or is forced into battle phase first. But yeah, you can just play it like up to your judgment, and then surprise typically will just bring out one of the synchro 2s, whether that be Cupsy or Lollipop, and then tag out, do the same stuff, summon Cookie, Snatchy, go into the other synchro, and so on. So that's your one Snake Eye Ash combo. You get Herald, you get 2 disruptions through IP into SP. You have Promethean Engrave with Ambler Whale. By the way, the Promethean is a little bit dangerous. You want to save it until it's your absolutely last resort. Like, it's nice to have it, but you don't want to go into it early because having Promethean on the board means you can't actually use your yummies to summon anything because you're fire locked. Anyway, yeah, and then you have like your Yummy Surprise go into Yummies, which should be at least 2 to 3 interruptions. Here I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, this is exactly the same combo, but I show what happens if you get nibbed. I'm gonna skip through the early stages. Yeah. Same thing. Alright, so you get nibbed here. Summon the token, then activate Temple. Bring out the Poplar. Then the Bellstar effect, place All Mirage, summon itself. So now you got 3 monsters. You can link these 2 into IP. Again, it just has to be non-linked, so you don't even have to go into Link Spider here. And then go into Promethean. Same thing, bring out the Ash, send the All Mirage, get Oak. Oak, bring something back. Now here, you have to send the field spell, because you will need 1 body on the field later on in order to link it off the Promethean and not be fire locked. Alright, so get Lambert, place IP Masquerena, link these off. So now it's kind of the same thing, but you're missing Herald. But in this case, I would actually say just use the surprise right now. Bring back the Snatchy, important. Because Snatchy gets you the field spell now. And then use the field spell and bring back one of the level ones. And now you have Snatchy live. At any time you can use these 2 synchro into the Book of Moon one. And you have the other stuff as well. So you literally just lost 1 Herald, which you can go into anyway with your yummies. Yeah, so it's totally safe through Nib, and you still have 3 cards in hand. Now I just want to quickly show that you can in fact get an even higher ceiling with 1 Ash, just a little bit, but you have to play really greedy. Alright, I'll just go through it quickly, but not fast forward. Okay, get Poplar, use the field spell to go into Diabel, then send the Diabel, summon Oak, summon back the Ash with Oak, link these, Oak effect, bring out Flamberge, Poplar effect, put back the Diabel Star effect, summon itself, place Poplar, link these 2 off for IP, then Flamberge effect, bring back 2 Snake Eyes, link 1 off for Anima, and synchro into Yummy combo, as per usual. I think I moved this here because my placement was bad, but just, yeah. Just the same exact stuff, but the beginning was a bit weird and greedy. Alright. Make Herald. This one is live, by the way. So we go with these 2 into Promethean. Bring out the Flamberge. Flamberge place IP. This plus Promethean goes into Ambler Whale. And yeah, so pretty much the main difference is we have a Yummy already on field and Surprise still set, so it can act as an extra interruption, or even in case our Yummy dies, we can still bring it back. And then we just have a random Poplar in the back line as well. Now, I don't think this combo is worth it for how unsafe it is, but you can do it if you want. I mean, if you know for sure your opponent's running like breakers or something, you can go into this. All right. Now, before I get into the kind of real two card combos, I just want to show why you're actually incentivized to play Temple. I mean, possibly more than one. If you just draw it with like your Yummy combo, it completely insulates you around Nib, so you're 100% safe to play it unsafe quotation marks. So you do the unsafe one card combo that I showed before, but now it's actually safe if you have Temple. So uh yeah, I don't know why I brought it. Oh, okay, I brought it back because I forgot to use the field spell effect. Okay, yeah, same stuff as usual. Discard one, and then replace the field spell now, and place Ash. Then keep doing the unsafe combo. Alright, so you can get nibbed here, last point. If your opponent is good and they don't nib you, you just go into the standard one card Yummy end board. Otherwise, sorry, plus you have the Snake Eye field spell with Ash in the back row, so when they normal summon something, you can bring out the Ash, uh, grab Poplar, special summon the Poplar, and just get follow up. Plus more level 1 bodies on the field to synchro with. Or, I mean, you can choose like when you want to special the Ash and get follow up, but you're gonna pretty much guaranteed have Snake Eye follow up for next turn. If your opponent just Nibiru's you here, it's not so great for them. So I'm gonna show what happens. Okay, we get the Nibiru token. Activate Temple, summon the Ash, grab the Poplar, summon the Poplar, search either the second field spell or Dramatic Chase if you're playing it. I'm just showing a second field spell here because it's I mean, yeah, like lower ceiling, so I'm just being conservative. Or if you're just playing one field spell, he gets nothing, so. Going to Link Spider, send the Link Spider and the Ash. Going to Oak, bring back the Ash. Send it with Oak, Flamberge. Flamberge, place one of the Yummies. You could have also, if you wanted to, made IP earlier before going to. Actually, no. I don't know what I'm talking about. You couldn't have made IP earlier. Never mind. Okay, then Link is off into IP now. Then Flamberge effect. Yeah. Flamberge, sorry, you link Flamberge and Poplar specifically. Flamberge effect chain. I mean, it doesn't really matter what chain link they are, but Flamberge effect and Poplar effect both trigger. Poplar places the Flamberge in the back row. Then Flamberge summons out two Snake Eyes. And then you use Surprise to summon out a Yummy. And then you go into Herald. So, I mean, the last part might have looked weird, but you're just summoning out a level 2 tuner plus the 2 level 1s to go into Herald. You can also not do that if you want. You can just leave the Yummy and the level 1s and just uh, synchro into it, or like instead of the synchro 2, you can bring back the Snatchy and then synchro. You can play it how you want, but this board has a Herald, an IP, which is not quite live yet, but the moment your opponent normal or special something, you bring out Flamberge, and then Flamberge can bring out the Lollipop. Um, you're missing Promethean Engrave, but you have access to everything else: IP, Herald, Flamberge, and Yummies. So yeah, Field Spell is a pretty good insulator to the Yummy combo. Now we can get into some of the more fun 2-card combos. Starting with, to be honest, this is a template for like most of the 2-card combos involving Poplar. So you can do this either by having Poplar in your hand, normal summoning it, plus a Yummy or a Magician Soul. It just has to be an extender, a level 1 extender. You can do this by having a Yummy, Magician Souls, or even a level 1 Handtrap that you just normal summon, plus Where Art Thou to search the Poplar. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all the ways, but that's a lot of combinations that can do the same thing. Basically, any access to Poplar plus a level 1 is a full combo again. Alright, so you start by normaling Poplar in this case. Search the field spell, don't activate it. Then immediately link off the Poplar for Almirage. Use Poplar effect, place itself. Field spell, place Oak. Now, in this case, in this variation, when you normal summon the Poplar, you can actually place Ash, because you haven't used the Poplar summon on search effect. So later on, when you special summon the Ash, you can actually use its effect to get the second Poplar and summon it immediately to get an extra body on board. But if you're using the variation where you normal summon something and then search Poplar with Where Art Thou, you can't put Ash here. So I'm just being safe to not confuse you and putting Oak. If you put Oak, it will always work. It's just that you can like technically get a little bit more out of normal summoning Poplar. Anyways, then use the Yummy or whatever level 1 extender you have. Synchro, okay, then yeah, use the Yummy's effect. Synchro, go into Yummy combo as usual. Don't use the effect. I mean, if you didn't use a Yummy, if you use like a Magician Souls, this will be a little more awkward again, because you won't have the 2 Yummies to summon off the Lollipop. So you'll have to use the one from hand, but anyways, small differences. Go into Herald. Send both of the cards in the back row for Snake Eyes Doom Dragon. Then summon your Lollipop. Go into IP. Go into Promethean. Bring out the Oak. Oak, bring back the Poplar. Oak, send the field spell here. So I mean, again, you could have used Oak, send Poplar, get Ash, search Poplar, summon Poplar, and then Ash send the field spell. But you will eventually need to have a card here to link off with Promethean. And I'm showing this variation because if you're doing it, if you're starting with a normal summon and then you get Poplar from Where Art Thou, you have to do it this way. So I'm just showing the safe way to do it. Okay, so you get Flamberge. You don't go into Ash here. Yeah, Flamberge, search, place IP, link these off. Pretty much same M board, and then you can either set this or better to use it. Get the link one, get the field spell, and then summon something, and then yeah, just probably leave it like this. You could immediately go into the Synchro too if you wanted to, but I think it's better to leave it. So that's the 2-card combo with Poplar. It's pretty much the same thing again. I'm just going to show what happens if you get nibbed. Also, I think in... actually, no, it's the same thing. Right. Token. Activate the field spell. Bring out Oak, not Poplar. Or, I mean, if it's Ash, then Ash, but just not Poplar. Then use Oak effect. Or, okay, go into Link Spider, I guess, first. Oak effect, send the Poplar. Get the Ash. Now in this case I'm showing what happens if the Ash cannot grab a second Poplar, so then Ash send the field spell. And the reason we're getting Ash in this variation is because we haven't used the Oak's revive effect, so we want access to one more Snake Eye name so we can get all 3 on the board. Anyway, send the field spell, get Flamberge, summon the Yummy now I guess. Link these off for IP. Now Flamberge effect, bring back the Oak something, and then Oak bring out the 3rd one. Go to Promethean. Promethean bring back the Flamberge. Flamberge place one of the Yummies. And then link these 2 off for, and then again, I don't know why I said it here, you should probably just go into link 1 field spell, summon a level 1 Yummy. So in this case, if you get Nibiru, again, you literally just lose the Herald and nothing else. And most likely you can make the Herald again through your Yummy synchros. So, alright, I'm just gonna prove to you that like normal summoning a Handtrap is the same combo. I'm just gonna show you the beginning part until you're convinced. So if we normal draw and then play Where Art Thou, you search Poplar, summon him, get the field spell. You can use it right away. Or actually, I think I misplayed this a little bit. Technically, you shouldn't. You can place the field spell, it's fine, but you should probably Almirage the draw right away, and then synchro with Almirage and Poplar into the Cupsy Yummy, so you can chain block the Cupsy Yummy effect. So actually, I misplayed this a little bit. Anyways, yeah, I make sure Poplar places himself. And then, yeah, same thing, right? Let's fast forward here. Alright, yeah. Now I'm going to show you how you can actually combo with Oak and a Yummy or any other level 1, or I mean it doesn't have to be a level 1, just pretty much just fodder for Oak. I mean even if you draw like the Yummy field spell, you can do this kinda. You can just place the Yummy Field spell and then normal Oak and send the Yummy Field spell. So it's yeah. Anyway, so you normal Oak. Oh, actually no, sorry, my bad. What I'm showing is specifically Oak plus a level 1 extender go into Yummy combo first. But you can, if you just have Oak plus like fodder, it's a worse combo, but you can go like Oak, send the field spell, go into Ash, Ash, get Poplar, summon Poplar, and then go into the same stuff as usual. Anyways, do the typical stuff here. I forgot to discard the Fool Lost. Okay, I did it here. Oh, okay, I guess I didn't forget to discard, I was just being hasty. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, you see how like if you get Nibiru here, you have the Lollipop and you have the Yummy Surprise, so you can still like make Promethean, but it's not as good as like something that would have the field spell place already. And like you're forced to use Surprises here as an extender, so. Okay, here I make Promethean right away, and I'm pretty sure that's because I intend to link off the Flamberge later on to make IP or something, so I don't make it yet. Okay, here Oak has to send the Promethean because you don't have a field spell, you don't have any other fodder. So that's what I mean about Oak being a little awkward to play with. Yeah, then Ash, search Poplar, summon Poplar, grab the field spell, place the field spell. I'm just skipping all the steps here. Here, Diabellstar effect, place the Almirage, summon itself. Ash effect, get Flamberge. Flamberge effect, place a Yummy. Then go into IP. And okay, I mean, I guess I didn't do anything else. Fine. Yeah, but this is a fine end board as well. You have your IP with Flamberge. Flamberge can bring out the Yummy to give you access to your Yummy lines. You have a Herald, and you have two cards in hand still. Okay. So for the last two replays, I'm going to show you like some weird stuff, specifically kind of making a case for dramatic Snake Eye Chase. I mean, it has other uses, but one of the main things that kind of drew me to it is how if you draw Poplar plus one of the Snake Eye spells, if you play both Snake Eye spells, you can do unexpected stuff like this. So get a hand like this with Poplar plus a discard plus any of the Snake Eye spells. Normal Poplar, get the other one. Then link him off for Almirage and place himself. Temple, place Ash. Then you can send both for Doom Dragon. Dramatic Chase, placing Diabellstar obviously. And then Diabellstar effect placing like the Poplar, I guess. Yeah. Summon itself. And then you can go into Promethean here and summon out the Ash. Ash effect still hasn't, Poplar hasn't been searched because we normaled it, remember? So, yeah. Into Oak. Bring back something. Send itself and something to get Flamberge. Flamberge place the Snake Eye Doomed Dragon. Now, you could have made IP earlier and placed the IP here, but I'm pretty sure I'm placing Doom Dragon because A, it is an interruption, so the field spell on opponent summon will be able to bring it out and it can get rid of a monster. And B, I'm pretty sure we'll use the Flambers to go into IP later, so. Alright, we use the Flambers right now, go into Ambler Whale, bring back 2 names, and then we'll go into Yummy combo, pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, yeah, sorry, I don't know why I confused myself. Yeah, use Solidify Fact, go into Marcher. Then you can use the Poplar or the Cookie. Go into Herald. And then I kind of trolled the placement here, I'm pretty sure, but go into IP, and this is the one that's still live, the Lollipop. The effects are not negated, so you can leave this on the field, and then set the surprise as well. So this is a very similar end board. We do have the Snake Eyes Doom Dragon in back row as a bit of a spice to the end board. But yeah, we still have access to IP, we have Promethean Engrave with Ambler Whale, we have Herald, we have Yummies, and we have Surprise Set. The only thing we don't have is Flamberge on the field. So this is a potential reason why you might want to play Dramatic Chase. And then as the last replay, this isn't really like a combo guide or anything, this was just a funny hand I encountered. And then I was not like, I didn't save the replay, so I went back and re-recorded it. But anyways, it was this funny hand with like full bricks that can still somehow combo. So pretty much if you have both of the Snake Eye spells for some reason, and you have like an Ash, I think it has to be an Ash because it has to be a fire. And the other 2 cards can be whatever bricks, it doesn't matter. You can do something like this. Normal, the Ash, go into Mirage. Field spell, place the Ash, then Dramatic Chase, place the Abelstar, use the Abelstar effect. This is why it has to be like a fire monster, because we have to place it with the Abelstar. Anyways, then send both for Doom Dragon. So this is basically exactly the same thing as the Poplar thing I just showed. It's just that we already had both of the spells and we just needed a fire. It didn't have to be Poplar. I think I'm just showing a different variation here where you go into IP right away. To be honest, I think this combo is worse than the one I just showed for Poplar plus spell, but let's just watch it. Oh yeah, I guess one difference here is we haven't actually used the Poplar effect, so you can now use it to place the Flambers in the back row. And then go into yummy stuff, but I still think the end board is going to be a little bit worse than the other variation. Okay. Yes, I mean you still have access to Yummy, Herald, IP, Flamberge, and Surprise Set. Just yeah. I mean I don't know. It's debatable whether this Embord or this one is better. But anyways, that's all the replays and combos I had to show, which was a lot. So it isn't every single combo possible in the deck though. Like I didn't show what you can do with Oak plus a fodder card, like uh, Yummy Field Spell or something. But even if this deck bricks, like kind of semi bricks like this, you can still usually find some way to play, and then worst case you have hand traps to back it up. So yeah, just going back to the deck profile, show you one more time. And yeah, that's how you play Snake Eyes Yummy.